Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Daniels. And incomplete to open things up. You look at this Buffalo defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the Q. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Say, hey.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Bills at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
60 Bobcats, Panther 60, Dragon 60.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get something.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. It's their cornerback. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Devon Achane with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Come on. Set.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Ethan Evans on now to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now Daniels. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. From the 46, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Let's go now.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. Pass complete to Loveland. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To the air goes Daniels. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Up the middle, Achane. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. They'll try to pick it up. Touchdown! Devon Achane. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Yeah, that's a nice play design right there. He's going to fake the give, then roll out, and he lets his back leak out toward the pylon. And how about the throw? Right where he needed it to be for him to catch it in stride, he's able to take it into the end zone.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Viking 18. Stephanie. Panther 6. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Cowboy 80.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Get it. Hawk. Cougar 19. 79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Ethan Evans now. Watch out for Hill on the return. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
3rd and 2.
A loss of 2 yards.
To throw is Daniels. He'll try to pick it up himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect him with his legs for that first down pickup.
Daniels looking to throw. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tyreek Hill, as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Daniels going to try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
The score, Bears 21, Bills 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up
second and 9.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
19 tight. Get it. Cougar 19.
They'll throw now on the final play. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Come on. Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Cowboy 80, 18, Pioneer.
They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for the Bills. First down.
A first down carry for Barkley. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready.
Up the middle with Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Hawk set. Ready.
They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Ready. 19, Tiger.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing. Why are you giving up? Where's that? How about now?
No. 79 Broncos. Tag. Buffalo 870 Timberwolves. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Oh, he's got Ibuka. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Emeka Ibuka, 36 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Brown with his stick skills. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. looking to put a drive together.
Get it. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll start. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly...
Touchdown, Chicago! Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talked about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Panther 11.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Eilman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Bills first down.
Barkley inside handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Cougar 19. Let's go.
They go play action. Daniels. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A give left side, here's Achane. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and runs. So he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Jennings. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's to the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Juwan Jennings, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Achane. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Pass it 60. Pass it 60. Liking 18. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. Jennings. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Second and 13. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here we go, shot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Looking to put a drive together.
It's a turnover on downs.
Let's go.
Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 106 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On first down, back to Achane. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll run for it with Achane. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big run there. 29 yards to the first.
60 Vikings. 19 target. 19 target.
First down. Here's Scattergold. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree. Matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt.